Hey, welcome. Uh, I believe that traditions are very beneficial for your family and your family growth. You have a lot of them generally, or it seems like we have a lot of them that tend to lean around holidays and vacations and those kind of things. I mean, we got your daily traditions, weekly stuff that you do. But anyway, I want to talk about our tradition of wrapping gifts and really what we do, what works for us. So around our house, I am the person who wraps the gifts. And so we've got this sort of process that happens. First, my bride, she is the person because she knows what most people get and all that kind of stuff. And she is the person who takes the gifts, puts them in the boxes, and then she writes a name on the box of who it goes to. And then, actually, I'm going to wrap this and so I'll bring no here and then I wrap the gifts because I'm probably the person who really gets aggravated when gifts are wrapped poorly, and poorly means not lined up right, it doesn't look right, or it's loose in the wrapper. The paper is loose. So I learned to do that, and so that's what I do. And then our girls decorate because they are very good at that kind of thing, decorating the gifts. So our process is my bride boxes and labels. Uh, I have to carry that labeling over after I wrap, and so I need a pencil to write, the name on the box. And then, these are some that I've wrapped. And then the girls, they put the ribbon and the tag and make it all look pretty. So, that's just a demonstration. It actually is a gift, but anyway. So I'm going to show you how to wrap a gift, and to do that, the process I use, that paper is paper that I've used, meaning I'll start with all my paper in one spot. I'll pull a roll out, wrap a gift in it, and then put it to the side. And that way, when you put your gifts under your tree, you don't have all the same kind of paper. You've got multiple uh, gifts in all the different papers. So that's my used stack right now. This is my next to be used stack. And so I'm going to pull some of this paper out. We will wrap in this paper, and then I'll take this roll and put it over there. And next gift come from here, and then when I've got it all over there, I pull from that pile and add to this pile. So it's sort of the way it works to make sure your gifts are not all in the same paper. So first thing you got to do is make sure your box will fit on your paper. Box, you'll roll it all the way around. So what I do, I line it up, flip it over. Hey, this is the end, so my paper will be about that much further than my box. So this is good. And this will work for any one of those weird sized boxes. You just lay your box down, and what you're doing is really measuring all the way around the box just by flipping the box over like that. And so I've made it all the way to the other end, and that means I've got paper left over. The other thing is buy good paper. I like to get our paper at Hobby Lobby when they go on sale, and so Hobby Lobby's good paper. Uh, Now you got to decide how wide to cut your paper. I'm not a big fan of cutting off a bunch of little pieces of paper, so I like to make one cut. So I've lined it up. You notice this is the way I rolled it, so I've measured already. And you need to be able to make sure your paper makes it up a little bit over halfway to the side of the box. No matter how tall the box is, you still need to come about halfway. And so that's good about halfway. And if I look, I get this paper, it's got these lines in it from Hobby Lobby. So I'm about 2 squares from the edge of the box. So it tells me on this side I need to cut about 2 squares. Get you a good pair of scissors. You can get them going pretty good, and then you can just sort of drag them through the paper to cut it. Actually, this paper is like a paper sack kind of paper, so it doesn't cut real good like that. But some of that smooth paper over there, you can just drag your scissors right through, and it'll cut them right through. Done with that. That goes over here. That way I'm keeping my separation. And now I've got my box. Your tape. One piece of tape. Another hint. Do not tape your box closed. If you tape your box closed and you have maybe an older person in your family the gift is for, or a younger person, then they have a problem opening that box once they got it, they've got the paper off and now they can't get the box open. And it just sort of ruins it when they're trying to open it up and they can't get that box open. So, package them properly. Don't tape the box shut so that they can open it. If your boxer taped it shut, untape it, because the paper will hold the box closed. You don't have to tape the box shut. All right, one piece of tape. Remember, tape also sticks to your finger. You couldn't see that, but I laid the tape down sticky side up and put the paper on top of it. And now I don't have to grab the paper. I can stick my finger to it. See that? And it just comes right up. And then you dab it right there. So here you go, line it up. Flip the paper over. Flip the box over. And now, you don't want to have this end right here. See how that would be? So what you want to do is fold it back down and roll your paper over a little bit, like that, and then crease it there, and you're going to have that edge on the side of the box rather than on the front or the back of the box. Because really, when you go to decorate it and put your ribbons and stuff, you won't know what's up and down on the box. You just know the large and small surface, where this box will most likely sit and be passed around like this, not like that, right? So you want that seam to be on the edge and sort of hides it. One piece of tape there. Then I move over here, and you're going to close up the ends. Close up the ends, you got the open end. Take a piece of tape, stick it right there on the side, and drag it in towards you. So you're making this a tight crease right there. Take your finger, lay it flat, and crease that bottom. Same thing over here. See, you've grabbed this piece and you're pulling it tight with your tape. So I'm putting pressure coming this way and push it over and then tape it to it. Crease it down there, put a seam. One piece of tape, because this is not going to be on the outside, it's this inside. One piece of tape. This is that trick I showed you a while ago. Put the tape down. See, it stuck to my finger. Put it down. Push your paper down. Now put your finger there and grab the tape. Pull it up. Tape it up. Flip your box around. We're not going to flip it like this. We're just spinning it on the table. Same thing over here. Put your piece there. Crease it. Bam. Got this side just like that. Bam. Single piece of tape on the table. Bring it back up like that. Now you flip your whole box over. And so you've got these on both ends. And now we're just going to close the box up. Crease it. Crease it. Now, this one, see, it lines up pretty good. So you can do that. But you want to put one on each side. So you one over here and one over here. And what that does, see, if I'd put a piece of tape in the middle, these ears would want to pull back. I put a piece of tape on either end, and what I actually do, I make a handhold. And so the person that's opening the box later can just grab right there and pull the paper, right? So you're making it easier. Now, you might see some people that go in from this side. You can do that on these kind of boxes to open them up, but really you're making a handhold so that they go in right there, but they might not know that. Look, my tape's come undone. That's okay, but what you do, pull it tight, stick it back down. That's probably because this box is one of those paper sack kind of cardboardy boxes, and if they got the coating on it, like the shiny stuff, it tape sticks to it better. So there, we crease it down on this side, put her there. When you put this last one on here, you sort of want to put it on there, but then you want to hold it and pull to pull tight. And then, you've got a good box that's tight. It's not, the paper's not loose on it. So that's a good looking box. Last thing you got to do, you got to write down who it goes to. Remember, you looked at it when you pulled it out of the stack over there. Take your pencil in the corner so that the people that are putting the ribbons on it and tagging it know who it goes to. There you go. That's how we make boxes. Those traditions, that's what works for us mostly.